If you have ever been broke before, I know you understand this. The world is very cold to people that don't have. Having been in a similar situation, I went into the Bible to look for the mind of God concerning money, and I found 8 very important spiritual rules about money that everyone should hear. Like this video, share it, and even subscribe if you are not subscribed. So, what are the spiritual rules of money according to the Bible? The first one is sex. Believe it or not, the people that you sleep with can determine how much money you have in your pocket. If you sleep with the right people, then your financial life will remain on the right course. If you sleep with the wrong people, then your financial life is guaranteed to go downwards. This is particularly true for people that buy intimacy. Proverbs chapter 6 verse 26 says, "A prostitute will bring you to poverty, but sleeping with another person's wife will cost you your life." That is just a reminder that those that you sleep with determine the future of your finances. The second spiritual rule of money is that money is a seed and it is also bread. This simply means that when God blesses you with money in your hands, in that money there is bread and in that money there is seed. Part of that money can be used to spend on your current needs, and there is also part of that money that you should invest for your future. So if you want to be broke tomorrow, spend everything. If you want to have a good financial future, spend just part of it and invest the rest. 2 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 10 says, "He who supplies seed to the sower and bread for food will supply and multiply your seed for sowing and increase the harvest of your righteousness." And a few verses before that, it says, "Remember this, whoever sows sparingly will also reap sparingly, and whoever sows generously will also reap generously." Invest as much as you can so that you can receive harvest in an equal measure. The third spiritual rule of money is the more you give, the more you receive. This is what we call spiritual paradox. In the natural, when you have 5 things and then you take 2 and give it to somebody else, you are left with 3. But when it comes to spiritual matters, when you give, that is when you open doors to receive more. In the words of Jesus, "Blessed is the hand that gives than the hand that receives." The fourth spiritual rule about money says, family inheritance is a good head start for any person. If you can get a way of accumulating honest income, it is a good thing for the sake of your children and even those that come after them. You can use that wealth to be a head start for those that are coming after you, and this include your children and even your children's children. The Bible says in Proverbs chapter 13 verse 22, "A good person leaves an inheritance for their children's children, but a sinner's wealth is stored up for the righteous." They will not start from scratch the place where you started from. The fifth spiritual rule of money is that the more you love it, the more you are at risk of living an evil life. Money is just like a knife. You can take a knife and use it in the kitchen, or you can take a knife to hurt people and even unalive others. The best thing that you can do to yourself when it comes to money is being content with what you already have. That way, you don't have the urge to cause evil just to get more for yourself. The sixth spiritual rule of money is gambling is not a source of income. I know we live in times where gambling is a means of income for some people, and some of them are even Christians, but that is not a means of income according to scriptures. The Bible recommends a steady accumulation of money. This means that everyone should strive to make money in an honest way, not to have the urge to get everything at once, because that way they will just lose it the same way that it came in. In Proverbs chapter 13 verse 11, the Bible says, "Wealth gained hastily will dwindle, but whoever gathers little by little will increase it." If you have been trying gambling for a long time and it has not come at that point where you win the jackpot, you should know that you are on the menu, because no one starts a business so that it can fail. The seventh spiritual principle of money is to avoid excessive debt. Proverbs chapter 22 verse 7 says, "The rich will rule over the poor, and the borrower is a slave to the lender." The deeper you dig yourself into debt, the more you will find yourself at a bad place where it is difficult to repay, and the people that have given you the money will be at your neck and will be guiding how you live your life, whether you live in fear or not, whether you live peacefully or not, whether you have money or not. You want to put your focus on God. The eighth spiritual rule of money is that money is temporary. This simply means that If you have money in your hands, it can disappear at any point, maybe because of use, or it can be stolen. Whether you are poor or you are rich, don't put your trust in money, and never think at some point in your life that money can solve all your problems, because it cannot. It is only God that has authority to solve our problems. Sometimes He uses money, and sometimes He does not use money. Proverbs chapter 23 verse 5 says, "Cast but a glance at riches, and they are gone, for they will surely sprout wings and fly off to the sky like an eagle." Whether you are rich or you are poor, make sure that you put God first. Those are the 8 spiritual rules of money that I found in the Bible that I believe will help you grow financially and remain in faith. God bless you.